Hello everyone, friends. My name is Dmitry. I am building a country house as a dacha. My plot is located in an open field, 50 kilometers from the city. Therefore, one of the first questions that arose was the issue of storage. Where to store construction tools, a generator, or where to store, for example, a trimmer, a lawnmower, and other dacha belongings. Taking all of this with me every time, alas, will not work. I need a storage unit, and I need it quickly, without lengthy construction. After exploring this issue, I came to the conclusion that the simplest and fastest option is a used container. They come in different sizes, very small, 3 tons, a bit larger, 5 tons, the most common 20-ton and 40-ton ones. By the way, these containers are also often called 20-foot and 40-foot. And yes, a 20-foot and a 20-ton container are one and the same, just like a 40-foot and a 40-ton. But feet have nothing to do with tons. Tons measure carrying capacity, and feet are an American unit of length. And when they say a 20-foot container, it means its length is 6 meters. For a 40-foot one, it's approximately 12 meters, respectively. So, a 3-ton and 5-ton container is too small for storage. I thought a lot about a 40-ton one. An excellent option with 2 huge advantages. More will fit in it, and there's a much higher chance of finding an undamaged version due to its lower prevalence compared to 20-ton containers. But there are also downsides. The 40-ton is the most expensive, plus its delivery will be significantly more expensive than a 20-ton one. One manipulator crane won't be enough here. You also won't get by with 4 piles as a foundation. And the presence of such a worm-like, very long object on my plot doesn't exactly make me smile. And I plan to refine and keep the container later. I won't remove it. In short, I settled on a 20-ton container. So, the container must be dry inside, meaning there should be no leaks or holes. It is highly desirable that the stiffening ribs of the walls and ceiling are not bent, and the container itself doesn't look like an egg, or as if a large balloon was inflated inside it. Also, pay attention to the door hinges, a very important element. They should not be completely rusted through, hanging by a thread, or, even worse, held by a wish and a prayer. You can't just re-weld or repair them easily. Here's the container I've picked out. In principle, it's normal, in good condition. Everything here looks more or less decent. Inside, everything is dry. There are no holes. There are small inserts, patches here, but I think this is not particularly critical. The floor is cool, nice and even. All in all, a good container. Now I'm waiting for the crane operator to arrive. I'll pay him, and then we'll go and set it up on my plot. Let's talk about prices. Used, decommissioned containers start at 60,000 to 70,000 rubles. These are the egg-shaped ones. A bit leaky, but still capable of lasting a while. Anything cheaper is complete junk. From 90 to 100,000 rubles, you start to find reasonable, straight options without serious problems. For reference, the cost of a new container is 240,000 rubles. I bought my container for 95. Its delivery to the site cost another 80. If you're going to use the container as a storage unit, its security is the most important thing for you. That is, to prevent anything from being stolen from it, and to prevent the container itself from being stolen, along with everything inside. To complicate the task of breaking into it, in addition to its standard door locking devices, I'm going to weld on a ring and make an attachment for a lock, like those hanging on ordinary iron garage gates. And to prevent the container itself from being taken, I decided to make a foundation for it on screw piles, to which it will now be welded. There's a video on the channel about installing these piles and the problems I encountered. Check it out. The manipulator crane that brought the container was the first truck to enter my plot. And what I feared most happened, remembering the soft ground, it got stuck. I had to hitch up the Pathfinder, and after 5 minutes of battle, we got it out. However, the problem hasn't gone away globally. It's now clear that without taking measures, any delivery truck will get stuck, tearing up my plot, and I'll have to get it out, killing my Pathy. As of the editing of this video, the container has been on the plot for over a week, and I can say that in addition to various construction needs, clutter has already started to accumulate there. So, shelving will appear there soon. How do you solve the storage problem? Write in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel. The construction is just beginning. Bye everyone.
Всем пока.